fan played Digimon for the first time. Now, me, I never played a Digimon game in a day of my life, bro. But one thing I will say for sure, without a doubt, is that the new Digimon game is going insane. It's cooking Pokemon right now. So yeah, it's a crazy situation that we're going through right now, where niggas niggas are like seeing this shit and they're like, bro, fucking this game is better than Pokemon. But honestly, though, we're gonna watch this and we're gonna see how he feels about it. I don't know anything about Digimon. I only know one thing is the only thing is I know the mascot, which is that little dinosaur, but that's about it. But yeah, man. He said, "What's good? What's good, Donkey? How you doing?" But yeah, this video is gonna be from a guy named Hoodlum Calum. I don't even know what this guy is, but he's pretty cool though. I ain't gonna lie. He's pretty cool.
It's time for that age.
All right, let's watch this shit. Damn, no 1440p. Okay, well, let's go 1060.
It's time for that age-old debate. Who's better, Pokemon or Digimon? Growing up, I was always on Team Pokemon. My
Really?
experience with
Yep.
Digimon is I watched a little bit of the anime.
I
I
didn't even
owned
watch it.
Digimon.
I never watched even the anime, in all honesty. I didn't know anything about Digimon until maybe like my like I think it was my freshman year of high school. That's when I knew about it. That's about it.
World 3 for the PlayStation 1, but because I was a stupid child, I didn't know what I was doing and I kept getting stuck at the same part. So I would constantly make a new save file thinking, oh, this time for sure I will figure out what to do. And I would never figure it out. So
I like that.
never beat that game. I can't say how many hours I put into that game, but I was just looping the same beginning
Right.
part of the game. I just couldn't
Right.
figure it out. And
Exactly.
then more recently, I played like maybe 2 to 3 hours of a Nintendo Switch Digimon game, which I don't remember the name of. I enjoyed that one, kind of. I just did that thing I do with video games where I play them and then I put them down and then I never pick them back
Never
up.
picked
But
up. Oh man, that's literally like how most people are nowadays. It's like I have so much games that are in my backlog that I haven't even finished yet. But I will get them done. But it's those type of things where it's like you play them and you have fun, right? But it's like you don't. It's like you don't play. You're not like addicted to it. The only game that I guess I'm addicted to right now is kind of like Neo. That's like the game that I'm kind of like really addicted to. But as for right now, like most games, it's not like I'll get burnt out or anything like that. I think Neo right now, I haven't been burnt out yet, but I'll make sure I don't get burnt out because I do really like the game and stuff like that. And the thing about me is that when I'm burnt out about something, I'm like burnt out, and so it takes me a while to get back into the like groove again. And so especially so if I'm burnt out from a game, I'm not gonna touch that shit until like maybe like 2 3 months, honesty. So but yeah, man, I do know how he feels about that.
Digimon Story Time Stranger is the latest entry into the Digimon series. Apparently, it's been in the works for 7 to 8 years. I
Wow.
decided to try it out
seven to
because
eight years
people
is
have been
crazy.
saying nothing but good things about it. I have not seen anyone say anything bad about it, and it is fantastic. Now, let's take a step back. When it comes to Digimon, I've always been put off by the fact that they become kind of humanoid.
Yeah.
Oh, you're cute.
It must be
What
a
the?
human.
That is something that I've noticed too. Like I think that's why what makes me kind of like gravitate more towards the this kind of gravitates me towards the Pokemon designs than the than the uh than the Digimon designs, only because like he is right. It kind of like I'm it's kind of weird how this T-Rex could turn into a like a human or something like that. It's kind of weird in my opinion. I like how like Pokemon sticks to that. Like there's an actual the evolution line. It's like you can see it actually grow from a baby to a like a matured like full-fledged animal or whatever it is. So it's like and not even that, like the thing about Pokemon is the if the first evolution is gonna be a T-Rex, it's gonna grow up to be a bigger T-Rex, like at the end. But it's gonna be a bigger T-Rex, but it looks cooler. So that's what I like about it. But it seems like with Digimon, you could drastically change, right? And yeah,
Motherfucker, you're a human! I also just didn't really like the fact that they can kind of, one Digimon. It's not like Pokemon where like Charmander is the only thing that can evolve into Charizard. You
hmm
can have multiple Digimon digivolve into the same guy. I think
right,
as a kid, I wanted more Pokemon, and Digimon wasn't just Pokemon, but again, it was something different. So I just
yeah, I
never
can see
really got
that,
into it. But
right?
after having just streamed 7 hours of the new Digimon game straight, that is the longest I've ever played a Digimon game. My God, I'm hooked. This game is fantastic, and I will go as far as to say it's probably better than anything Pokemon has put out in recent years. Now, this isn't to
Wow,
say
that's
that I
crazy.
like Digimon more than Pokemon now. Pokemon is my life. I still can say without a shadow of a doubt, I enjoyed Scarlet and Violet more than what I'm playing now. But that's just the Pokemon brand doing a lot of heavy lifting. As a game, as a product, this new Digimon game is phenomenal. So if
Wow,
you're open
nice.
to trying other monster tamers, I would say give it a shot. There's a demo you can play.
They should like, and not even that. Like, I would even say this: monster tamers. They should have. You should also play like Monster Hunter Stories. Like Monster Hunter Stories is a really good one too. Like I didn't know that. Like Monster Hunter Stories is a really good one. Honestly, I never knew that it was actually there was something like that. I'm enjoying it so far. So that's actually pretty awesome. And then that game is pretty cool. And yeah, like, but there's other Monster Tamers games out there than just Pokemon, guys, and I think you guys should just watch, like, not even watch it, just play other games than just being Pokemon, because it's like a lot of people right now are trying so hard to like, and I'm calling it right now, like this is the game, right? This, in my opinion, I think this game is really going to like cause Nintendo to really like, especially Game Freak, to really start doing what they gotta do. So, yeah, man.
the demo in my stream playthrough, about 4 hours of my game time was just on the section that is the demo alone. That is because I like to collect all the monsters, of course, and the way you collect Digimon, for people that may not know, is you, at least in this game, I think it's how it works in most games actually, at least in Digimon stories, you just battle them over and over again until you've collected enough data to kind of like create them. Another thing that used to bother me about Digimon was I
Right.
didn't really like that they all had Mon at the end of their name,
Mm.
but I don't know if this is confirmed or if it's just a fan theory, but I've heard people say that the Mon is kind of like a file extension. So you know how you've got .png, .jpeg, .mon is kind of, it's not .mon, but like the mon at the end is, it's kind of being treated like a file extension because they're data, they're
Ah.
digital monsters. And
Oh, that's actually a pretty cool idea. That's an interesting idea. Like I like that because they're digital monsters, so it's like kind of like you're saving multiple like data. Oh, you're saving like multiple files in a way. They're like kind of like files. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's actually a pretty. If that's the case, then I'm okay with the Mon thing because he is right. I was like him too. I didn't like how something is called Agramon and fucking Terrymon and fucking what, I don't know the words, but they would end with a Mon. And I was like, why does it does that? Like, what's the meaning behind that? And if that's the case, if that's the reason behind it, then that's an actual fire reasoning.
now that I've like wrapped my head around the idea of, okay, these are digital, it's computers and stuff, I'm liking it a lot more. I think I could
Yeah,
even get behind some of them becoming humanoid if there's like a reason for it. Like I
yeah.
think currently, I think one of the humanoid Digimon I've met so far, he's like a satyr, and I think someone in my chat said that it's like he's like half human, half Digimon or something like that. And like lore things like that is kind of cool. Maybe I just need to learn more about it to like kind of get invested. But yeah,
Oh,
I've
it's
probably
cool.
barely scratched the surface of the game. I wanted to come on here and make a video just talking about it because one, I'm going to be streaming it a lot until Legends ZA comes out. I want to try and hopefully beat it before Legends ZA comes out. And two, I just think people should check it out and give it a shot. Like I said, there's a demo you can try and see if it's for you, and if you like it, you can. I'm pretty sure you can transfer your save file
Oh,
from
that's
the
cool.
demo to the actual game if you end up buying it.
I respect this guy for at least giving it a try, and he's at least trying to commit being the game before ZA, because I feel like if you beat a game and then like if you beat this game and then you go into ZA, then you have like kind of like a already like perceived, not really a it's not really a perceived mindset, but more of like you have a like you know how a game supposed to be like in a way. And so you won't have your expectations down. Like you honestly have your expectations up because you played a game that has, according to him, good mechanics, good story, good this and that. And now you're going to play another game, and now you have grounds to like critique the new game because you actually played an actual good one before you played Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? So I respect the guy for even going out of his way to even try to beat this game before Alleged ZA. I think ZA comes out at the 10th. I think that's on Friday. Let me check. Yeah, that's on Friday. So the game comes out on Friday. So it's better for you to beat the game, and now you know, okay, I played this game called Digimon. It was good. It has some stuff that I liked. This is then the third, and it was actually pretty awesome. Honestly, like everything about it was pretty cool. I liked it. And now I'm about to play Pokemon and see how this game is. If this game is trash, then now I know how to critique the game. Then it's not just me just being a just like a just a hater for no reason. The Pokemon shills can't call you a hater or a shill or a hater for no reason. They can't call you a hater.
I'm pretty sure this isn't sponsored. I did reach out and say, hey, can I have a review copy? But I didn't get an answer, so I just bought the game myself. And man, I'm so glad that I did because this is a treat. Pokemon fans that are fans of Digimon are like, wow, there I have two cakes. I'll be honest, I had no clue what the gameplay of Digimon was. I just looked at the Steam trailer and I just saw how the models looked in game. And I was like, all right, I gotta play this. Another issue I have is I find a lot of the bigger Digimon I don't really like the designs of as much. I definitely prefer the smaller Digimon. But
Hmm.
apparently in this game, I don't know if it's exclusive to this game, but apparently in this particular game, you can power up your small Digimon to be just as strong as the bigger Digimon. So you cause yeah, in Digimon you can Digivolve and you can Digi-Devolve. Probably should have mentioned
Wow,
that. Yeah, you don't
nice.
have to because there's so many like split evolution lines and all this other stuff, and it's free. There's no cost to doing it. It's just once you Digi-Devolve, you have to train up again to then Digivolve again. A lot of the gameplay is like quite comparable to Pokemon too, but it's also quite unique. I think as a Pokemon fan, it's relatively simple to wrap your head around it.
Right, right,
There's personalities, which is essentially natures, and you can change them over time to have your Digimon gain in particular things better.
right,
So if you
right,
want a nature to focus on your Digimon's attack stat, you can shift its personality to do that. You just gotta
right.
like answer specific questions. Like it'll be like, is it good to be smart? And if you don't want it to become more of a special attacker, you're just like, no, stay stupid, my friend.
Right.
All of the Digimon in your box also gain EXP. So like
That's cool though. Pokemon should copy that. Like instead of IV like hunting and all that type of stuff, or try to find the right kind of like personality skill or whatever it is that I forgot what it's called. Like, but instead of hunting for the right one, yo Pokemon should ask you during your journey, your Pokemon should ask you just questions or something. Or there should be something that's like causes you to change your or like specific events that causes them to change their what you call it, their personality to fit the build that you want. But That's actually pretty cool that your Digimon ask you these like little questions, and based on based on how you answer them gives them like the personality type, all right? It determines their personality type, you know. That's actually pretty cool. Pokemon should definitely take some inspiration from that and add it to them.
Like grinding, as far as I understand, is relatively simple. There is, I will say, my one dislike of the game so far is there is a grinding DLC that you can buy, which first of all I just think is kind of cheeky. It's like
Right.
£7 for this grinding DLC. I
Oh,
bought it
that's not.
because I have limited time with this game. I've got like 10 days from now before Legends ZA comes out. I want to try and beat it. So I'm like, okay, I'll buy this grinding DLC because knowing me, I'm going to want to collect all the Digimon. So let me try and make it easier on myself.
Right,
At
right,
the
right.
point I could access the grinding DLC, my highest Digimon was level 8. The way evolution works in Digimon is kind of weird too because you've got your guy, you level him up, he's able to
Mhm.
digivolve. Once you
Mhm.
digivolve him, he goes back down to level 1 and then you have to grind him back up more. So it was like, so there's obviously there's a bunch of different stages.
Yeah, that's one that kind of actually sucks though. That you have to once you evolve your character, once you evolve, I say evolve your Digimon, you have to kind of like retrain it back again, which is like, why? Like it should, if anything, it should be way stronger. But yeah, it's yeah.
There's like training 1, training 2, then there's rookie. The Digimon I'm talking about was Patamon. It's rookie 8. So it's like, I guess, stage 3, but I got it as a Patamon. Anyways, it was level 8. And I did one EXP grind from the DLC, and it gave me an item. Like basically an EXP candy.
Oh,
10,000 EXP. What the fuck? Is that a lot? That feels like a lot. So if I give it to this guy who's level 12, immediately becomes my highest level guy. I've been playing for 5 hours. Jesus fuck. It's basically cheat codes, and I
right.
don't know if I like that. And if that's gonna be a thing, I feel like that should maybe be accessible, like maybe New Game Plus or
Yeah, I guess.
maybe like later on in the game. I don't. It just feels like really. It feels like a lot. It feels like cheat codes. Obviously,
Yeah, that is true. Like, they should have like that, and I know what he's talking. It's technically microtransactions, right? It's like a pay to win in a way. Um, it, yeah, like I agree. It should be available only if you're doing a new game plus, and that's about it. Like if you're doing new game plus, that's it. But your first like playthrough, you shouldn't be able to do that at all. I feel like it should be locked on your first playthrough. You know?
it's my prerogative if I use that or not. I can just not use it, and I'm not gonna use it excessively. I'm just gonna use it when I'm like grinding up a new team or something, maybe. So that's
Right.
like my one gripe I have with the game so far. Another thing, there's no multiplayer for this game, so you can't like go online and do PvP with your friends, which is a little bit of a shame. But it's not like a deal breaker for me. It's nice to not have this pressure of like, oh, I need to have like competitively viable Digimon. You know, it's nice to just be like, it's just an in-game playthrough. I don't have to. I'm gonna probably min max because that's just how I play. But
That is cool though. That is cool. That is cool. That yeah, I'm more like I think once you get older, once you start getting older in life, you don't really want to be doing the whole PvP stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I mean I'm not even old. I'm like 24, but even then it's like you like I'm getting to that. I'm just there. I turned 24 like two. I turned 24 and like bro, like I just don't feel the need of like, oh, I want to play PvP. I'm more of like a PvE person. Like I want to play that or single player games and stuff like that. That's me, right? But yeah, that is insane.
it's nice to just be like, it doesn't matter if my Digimon are kind of butt. It doesn't. It's really not that big of a deal. The bosses genuinely feel like a little bit of a challenge too. Like they don't just hold. Like it takes a while to beat them, and you actually have to use effective strategy. Another thing actually is most of the story. I think it's just the story is all voice acted.
You know,
I thought about it.
despite your outfit,
You
you're actually
literally
really nice, aren't you?
you picked out these clothes for me. I'm wearing the clothes you gave me. The fuck? Like side stuff isn't.
That is crazy though. Like it's crazy how like a I don't know how much Game Freak and even Pokemon is worth. I think it's 10 billion. But like, it's crazy how Pokemon is one of the biggest franchises in the world, and they do not want to add voice acting in their game. That's the one thing I'm still like, I still don't understand. Like till this day, I still don't understand why that's not even the case. Like, and you can't say they're just being cheap because it's like how? Like you guys are literally the number one store. Like you guys are the number one franchise in the world.
But that's kind of normal for games like these. Like, the first game that comes to mind to compare it to is like Fire Emblem Three Houses. Like, I'm pretty sure most of the story stuff's voice acted, but then any side sort of dialogue isn't, and that's fine because like funding all of that probably quite a lot. Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited. Like I said, I streamed it for 7 hours the other day, and I don't think I had a single person come into my stream and say anything negative. I think this is a little bit of a case of Digimon wins by doing nothing. Not that they didn't do anything, they put out an amazing product. But I think if this was a few years ago, Pokemon fans would be a lot more defensive. But
Yeah.
because of the state of how Pokemon has been lately, I think
Yep.
people are being a lot more open minded. And
Yep.
I have to defend Pokemon with my life, you know?
Yep. Yep. He's definitely right. He just nailed it right there. Like Pokemon is just shit. Like it's just that shit. And I know this ZA is gonna be shit either. It's gonna be shit too. Like let's just be real. Like I know a lot of people are, a lot of the Pokemon fans are trying to cope so hard and shit, but it's gonna be trash. It is what it is. Um, it is what it is. Like there's nothing that they're showing. Unless, like I said, unless they're not trying to spoil everything, but I'm highly convinced that your whole the whole game of Pokemon ZA is gonna be in in that city. That's it. You're not gonna go outside of the city and go and travel. No, everything is in that city, bro. That's and if that's the case, bro, how's that even a full game? Honestly, when you sit there and think about it, the whole game is gonna be in the city. That they should have just made that DLC for something else. Because ain't no way that's like the whole game. Like I said, there needs to be. I really do hope that they they're they're just doing it because they don't want to. They're not like they're just they don't want to spoil everything because it is true. Pokemon does have a tendency to spoil a lot of stuff. Uh, like 2 3 years ago. So we'll see. But I really do hope. Like everybody's just hoping that Game Freak proves them wrong, but everybody in their heart know that nah, this shit is gonna be ass when it comes out, bro.
Pokemon should take notes. I think this is just a fantastic game from the art
Mhm.
style. The story is kind of like intriguing me quite a lot right now, actually, because I just like these types of stories. Grinding is not too much of a slog either, because you can speed up the grinding. You can speed up from 2 times to 5 times speed, and you can also auto battle. So if you know you're going to beat things easily, you can just let it auto battle.
Auto
As for
battle.
if I think this will make me go back and play other Digimon games, very unlikely, because going back and playing other games is really hard for me, because I'm playing the best version of Digimon, let's say. Going
Right.
back to a lesser version that's got like less features and less
Yep.
quality of life and
Yep.
just less quality overall, I'm just not able to do that personally.
Yep. Yep. I'm the same way too. It's like if let's say for example, I just posted a video about Kirby, right? And like I'm now intrigued about Kirby's story. Like I'm actually intrigued that Kirby has an actual lore. I thought Kirby was like Mario or some shit like that. But Kirby actually has a lore, right? But that's not gonna fucking that's not gonna take that's not gonna make me want to go and play the fucking old games and shit like that. Hell nah. I'll just play the recent one, which is like Kirby and the Cross Worlds and stuff like that. Like I'll play that. Kirby Forgotten Land and stuff like that. That's the newest one. So I'll just play that. But I ain't playing them old games. Like I ain't gonna play the old ones. Heck no. Because to me, um, I'd rather play the new ones. Us is like maybe the quality is not gonna be as good.
But I will definitely be keeping an eye out for more
Yeah.
Digimon
T-
content in the future.
I
It's
respect
really
that.
nice and exciting to kind of get into a new franchise. I felt that way about Fire Emblem because whenever I'm watching a Nintendo Direct, I can be like, ooh, I know Fire Emblem now, instead of being like, oh, I don't understand or know what this is. So anytime I see anything Digimon related, I can be like, ooh, I understand Digimon now. It's
Right.
great. I love it. So yeah, if you need something to tide you over to Legends EA, Digimon Stories Time Stranger. So while I'm editing this video, there's some more things I want to add because I'm getting some comments. I made some posts on Twitter. People are saying they're not really comparable, Pokemon and Digimon. And first of all, am I insane? I feel like my whole time growing up it was Pokemon or Digimon. They most certainly are comparable. I mean, you can
Yeah, they
compare
are.
anything, but if I can't compare Pokemon to Digimon, then what the hell can I compare? Yes, they are different in a lot of ways, but otherwise, if they weren't, like they would be too similar. They've got to have differences. Palworld, a game that is quite
Right.
different to Pokemon
Right.
gameplay wise. They get compared to Pokemon because the designs look like Pokemon. You can compare two things. I don't think Pokemon and Digimon are that far removed to where it's like, nah, I can't compare them. And yes, you absolutely can. And I will continue to do so. For example, I mentioned the natures thing. There's kind of like natures, but in Digimon it's called personality.
Types. Yeah.
There's also abilities that you can get your Digimon. They have one of them, at least is where I'm at in the game. They have one ability.
Don't even Pokemon has that. Pokemon has that though. Like, sure, they don't give you they don't give you a nature skill, but yes, based on your nature determines your stats of determines the stat of the Pokemon though. Like, sure, it's just like so you can compare them. I don't know why people are saying that because he is right. When I was younger, literally that was it. Like it was either you were a Digimon fan or a Pokemon fan. It wasn't. It was then there was no like you can't do that. That's literally how it was when I was in middle school.
You can change it to another ability depending on the personality, but they have abilities. They've got pretty much like the same stat lineup, except instead of PP, there is like mana, and also I think it's spirit instead of speed, because I don't. I think how they determine turn order is different. It's kind of like Legends Arceus, I guess, kind of. Not as bad. Legends Arceus' turn order was terrible. Of course, they evolve. You know, not every monster tamer
Right.
has their creatures evolve. Yes, the way you obtain Digimon is different, but if they just did like, oh, you're throwing something to catch Digimon, like, it's just, it would just be too close to Pokemon, you know what I mean? Like, it's, of course there's going to be differences there, because if there's no differences, then it's just the same thing. Like, am I crazy? You can absolutely compare Pokemon to Digimon. There's even elemental types. The way Digimon handles it is there's like two types.
Right.
There's like, I guess what the creature is. It's either a vaccine, a virus, or just data. And then there's
Right.
like, I think there's like three others, but there may be, I think those are like the three main ones. And then there's the elemental types, which can affect Digimon differently. Like there is fire, there's like dark or shadow damage. Like they have elemental types too. I just feel like insane people saying you can't compare Pokemon to Digimon. Like,
Yes, you can.
to me, that's like Pepsi to Coke almost.
Right.
It's
You
like,
can.
what do you like more, Pepsi or Coke? It's like they're so similar. Maybe I'm insane. Can't recommend it enough. Genuinely fantastic game. There's too many games coming out. Honestly, there's too many damn
Too
games
many
coming out
good.
lately.
Yeah, too
But
many
this
good
one's
games.
definitely worth your time, I would say. Obviously, I'm only 7 hours in, but from what I've played so far, I already know that I'm gonna love it. Yes, I'm gonna be streaming this regularly until Legends ZA comes out. So come hang out with me and stream if you want to see me play it live. And more videos on this channel coming soon. I think I kind of understand the direction I want to go with this channel now. So stay tuned. I appreciate you guys for hanging around and supporting me all these years. If you like free-for-alls, by the way, they're
Cool.
uploading on the second channel. So
Yeah, this is
check out
good.
free-for-alls on the second channel. Second channel is Hood Cal. Anyways, enough plugging myself. Go play Digimon. It's great.
I love that. That was a really great video, man. Like I'm not even gonna lie, that was a really great video. Like shout out to Hoolink Calum. Hoodlum Calum? Column? Yeah, I don't know. But shout out to him though, for real though. I'm gonna give it a like, man. Yeah, like for real, like this game is a pretty cool game. Like it seemed like it's a pretty cool game. It just sucks that Pokemon has got to where it is. Like the creativity is gone now. Really, they just know now people are gonna buy it. Now we will see though. We'll see on Friday. Friday is when this game, Pokemon ZA, come out. I highly doubt, in my opinion, I highly doubt that this game is going to do anything. I highly doubt that ZA is going to amount to anything. In my opinion, it's not going to amount to anything. It's going to be the exact same thing It's gonna be it's just gonna be shit in my opinion. Like I said, I hope it's not. I really want to be proven wrong, but I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's going to like do anything. It's definitely for sure it's not going to do anything in my opinion. Like it's not going to it's not gonna do shit. But anyways, y'all, yeah, man, I'm out of here, man. That was a really really good one, man. That was a really good one.